So, 24 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Tommy the Duke Morrison. And across the ring in the red corner, wearing the white trunks with red, gold, and black trim, weighing an even 225 pounds. Originally from Jacksonville, Florida, he now fights for the Triple Threat Gym in Newark, New Jersey. This 1988 Olympic gold medal champion is now undefeated as a professional with a record of 17-0, 12 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, the WBO World Heavyweight Champion, Merciless Ray Mercer.
Both fighters doing some pacing here.
Oh. Mercer, Morrison, you already got your instructions in the dressing room, all right? Give me a good, clean fight, and I will not bother neither one of you. Two things you must remember. Obey my commands, and most important, protect yourself at all times. Shake hands, and good luck to the both of you.
Both of them have a good sweat going. Tommy Morrison goes over and puts his head down and prays for a moment with his assistant, Doug Drager. That's a tradition of his.
Right. These two chomping at the bit to get at each other.
Morrison feels that Mercer has a bit of a soft belly, that Morrison's conditioning is what will tell the tale. And here we go, round one. It's scheduled for 12. Very few think it will last anywhere close to that. Morrison says he wants to crouch, give Mercer angles. Mercer immediately says that didn't hurt. Morrison feels that Mercer doesn't have very good balance. He says he can make Mercer look silly with the angles and the crouching. Stick and run for Morrison. He tries to throw the jab. And Morrison, the jab, the body, the uppercut. Mercer taking his time as Tony Perez separates them.
Well, right off the bat, Morris has landed some decent body punches, and Mercer finally landed a punch of his own, a little left uppercut that seemed to bother Morrison a little bit. He tried retaliating with his own left uppercut, but missed. Both these guys look a little tight right now, a little anxious.
Morrison, the more active boxer in the opening moments of the fight. Chopping uppercut from Mercer. Morrison bows down.
Well, Tony Perez shouldn't let, and I doubt
Morrison, and he followed up with the left.
And he buzzed Mercer with that because Mercer's holding on to the back of his neck.
Morrison going after Mercer as the crowd erupts. Mercer trying to come back at him. Morrison landing the heavy punches. Final minute of the first round. Crowd yelling Duke. Tommy Morrison, at least in the first round thus far, showing he's for real. Crowd cheering, but the uppercut missed.
See, Tommy Morrison doing something that leads me to believe that he's a little nervous and over anxious right now. He's grabbing onto Mercer after he misses or lands a couple punches, trying to catch his breath. He's got to really settle into this fight, it looks like. Looks like Mercer's a little bit more relaxed, even though he's gotten the worst of it so far.
Okay.
And Morrison landing again, and then a glancing, looping right hand.
Three real quick punches landed by Morrison.
First round to Morrison.
Dig into his body a little more, okay?
Rinse out, gang.
What that rinse, man.
Rinse out.
Let's put the body a little more.
Now the jab, you're not using it enough. Use the jab a little more. Use the jab a little more.
Let's take a look back. Here's Morrison landing that patented right hand to the body, right uppercut, then left hook, and that's really what buzzed Ray Mercer in that first round there. There's another look at it. To the body, right up the middle now, and then sets that head up, bingo, for the left hook. Hit him high up on the temple. If that was on the chin, that might have done a little bit more damage. Here's another look at it. Same thing. Right up the middle, pops the head up, bingo. And that's what you want to do. You want to slice that left hook across and try to catch him on the end of the chin. Overwhelming 43% of Morrison's landed compared to 26 for Mercer%.
See how Mercer responds to a first round that we believe was won by Tommy Morrison.
I'd say there's no doubt about that. Morrison won that first round.
Morrison missing 3 times wildly.
That takes a lot out of your system, missing with big, hard punches like that. So take his time, wait until the opportunity is there for him to land a good short shot.
Left hook from Morrison.
Okay, break.
Remember, everyone seems to feel the longer it goes, the more it favors Mercer. Morrison would come out stronger. This is not a big surprise here.
Well, there's Mercer holding behind the head, using the right uppercut, and Tony Perez really not saying anything about it, and that's an illegal tactic. Finally does.
Sure, the crowd saw it, and finally Perez did as well.
But Perez letting him get away with it again here, but let him get away with 3 uppercuts on the inside.
Morrison with the left hook.
Mercer breathing rather heavily right now and doing something he's not really noted for, and that's backing up in a fight. Looks like he's breathing a little, or bloodied in the mouth also already.
Well, his lower lip was split in the Burt Cooper fight, and perhaps it is again here. Looks to be. Minute to go in the second round.
What might have done it was that right uppercut in the first round, really, that off the body shots on the right uppercut. That has a tendency really to make that mouthpiece bounce off your teeth and injure your gums or injure your lip.
All right, get him loose. Get him loose. Get him away. There you go.
Mercer's really using some dirty tactics there. He's using a forearm across the face.
Uppercut from Morrison. Crowd responding to that. Well, that's been the big punch, the uppercut.
Morrison just landed a short little right hand, too. Right now, he's really getting the better of Ray Mercer.
And a left hand from Morrison connects. Another good round for Tommy Morrison.
I doubt if you've seen the end of Ray Mercer, though. He's been in this type of battle before, and I'm sure he's going to stay in this fight.
Underneath, up the middle. Straight up the middle. Underneath, understand? Okay. Now, when you're outside, you got to use your feints more. Feinting with the jab, then the right hand up hook. You're loading up on the right hand too much. Okay. You got to add the hook to it. Work the whole body, though. You're only working the head. Okay. You're not throwing no body shots. Okay. All right?
Well, look at this. Really, Morrison, almost double the percentage of punches landed through round 2. Percy Richardson working real well on that cut on Mercer's lip.
And work your free hand.
We got to hurry him in the body. Stay corner, relax, and get it done.
Well, the wrap on the box is where they both lack defense. And thus far, really, Mercer's defense has been the one that's been suspect.
Right. Well, Morrison is a lot more technical. He keeps his hands up better and moves his head left and right better. Mercer's pretty much a stationary target.
Mercer said after the Damiani fight, he learned that he really had to learn some defense. He was tired of getting hit. Well, he hasn't exhibited it thus far here in the third round. A little blood on the lower lip of Ray Mercer. Oh, another left hand.
Mercer jumped in from the outside with a right uppercut, and Morrison just countered with a quick left hook.
He saw the cut from Morrison. He continues to dominate.
Boy, Morrison is so accurate.
More blood on the lower lip, Joe. A body punch with the left. Morrison, the uppercut. Tommy Morrison all over Ray Mercer. Morrison delivering.
Mercer talking to him in the corner.
Mercer has never been down in his career. Neither is Morrison, for that matter.
Well, he is bleeding heavily, and the more that mouth bleeds, the more you swallow that blood, the more nauseous it can make you and really upset your stomach during the course of the fight, and he's got a long way to go, 12 rounds altogether.
Morrison thus far turning a lot of people into believers here, midway through the third round.
Boy, he looks as sharp as any heavyweight in the world right now.
Push him away, don't hold him, don't hold him. Push him away.
It hurt him in a way that early in his career he was in Rocky V, so a lot of the skeptics said, well, sure, he's an actor, but can he fight? So he's had to overcome that acting role, and he's doing it with a vengeance here. The right hand. Well, the uppercut's really been a weapon.
No, that's his bread and butter punch, right hand to the body, right uppercut, and it ceases to amaze me that Ray Mercer isn't trying to move out of the way of it.
But everybody said, look out for the left hook. Here comes that right uppercut.
Well, he's got power in both hands. He's exhibited that in many of his previous fights.
You're not going to believe, but that little roar of the crowd was the arrival of Donald Trump with Marla Maples. Just a little
I know who I'd be
diversion here.
I know who I'd be roaring for.
Inside of 30 seconds remaining in the third round.
Well, Mercer wasn't kidding when he said he really worked on boxing in training camp here, because he is moving backwards in boxing a little bit like I've never seen him before.
Oh, that was the best punch Mercer's thrown. Chopping right hand as the third round comes to a close.
Well, just proving once again that there is no quit in Ray Mercer. Okay. There's Mercer taking that patented right hand to the body, right uppercut. Of course, that left hand following short. Bingo, that chopping right hand doesn't do anybody any justice. Really just
right and a left.
Pasting Mercer in the corner here.
This is right at the end of the round, Joe.
Right over the top.
Right there. And Morrison saw it coming.
Tried to put his right hand up there to deflect it, but it did sneak in.
All right, Mike Marley of the New York Post, how have you scored it?
Well, I've got it a sweep for Morrison. What I'm most impressed by, his power is a given. But what I'm impressed by, except for 3 wild punches thrown at the start of round 2, is the precision. Tommy Morrison is extremely accurate with his bombs.
And credit that to Tommy Vergetz, because Tommy Vergetz has really worked hard with Tommy Morrison on the mitts and the body bag, perfecting his technique.
No punches. No punches.
Total punches through rounds 1 through 3, 37 thrown by Mercer, 9 landed. 42 thrown, 25 landed for Morrison.
Mercer sneaks another right hand, and Mercer now comes on the attack with 2 right hands. And here comes Mercer to the delight of the crowd. It has been Morrison to this point. Now Mercer trying to turn it.
Okay, break.
Now he covers up from another Morrison assault in the corner.
Okay, break.
Mercer and the right. And Mercer has Morrison wobbled. And Mercer hanging on with the left hand. The left hand from Mercer.
Same punch he caught him with in the round before. Mercer jumped in with the left right uppercut and got countered with a great left hook by Tommy Morrison. But Mercer is really coming on in this round, evening things up a little bit.
Morrison looking tired here in the fourth round with a minute to go. He kept emphasizing his outstanding conditioning. Well, we shall see if that was just talk or not. His mouth is wide open here.
He's breathing very hard.
And now the Mercer crowd comes to his support. And Mercer lands, and Morrison responds with the left hook.
Break in.
The right from Mercer. Tony Perez separates them inside of 30 seconds remaining in this fourth round. And Mercer showing bounce in his legs.
Oh, that's...
Final seconds of the fourth round. Mercer has been holding on.
Holding on, but coming on also. He's really getting himself back into this fight.
Well, Ray Mercer's round in the fourth. And Morrison breathing heavily over in his corner.
Getting away from the game plan. One punch shot, a punch to the head, we got to go low. Use the body. It means you have to change your levels. Relax, recover. Keep it slow. You got to change your levels. You got to follow up with your punches. Right? What you're trying to do is you're letting him throw first, and then you're covering while he's in too tight. You can't throw them.
All right. Now it's time to pick it up.
Spit it out. Spit it out.
Right to the jab. Jab, jab.
Mercer with the right.
Right over the top. He doubled it up on it, and of course just had Morrison covering up after that.
You heard Tommy Burgett tell Tommy Morrison that he was getting away from the game plan to start working the body more.
Right, he wants him to go back, but he wants him to relax too. Like I said, he looked real anxious and uptight at the beginning of this fight, and that'll wear you out in itself, just that nervousness.
Mercer with two good right hands. And now Mercer on Morrison in the corner. And Mercer's all over him, and Morrison in trouble. And Morrison goes down for the first time in his career. And that is it.
That's it.
The
fight is over.
Ray Mercer has won it. He successfully defended his WBO heavyweight championship. Woo!
Boy, what a flurry of punches Ray Mercer put together there. Tommy Morrison does not know what town he's in.
The fifth round for Ray Mercer, handing Tommy Morrison the first loss after 28 straight victories in his career.
Tommy Morrison's being told the fight is over. He's still telling him he wants to go on and fight, yet he doesn't realize the fight's over. That's how hard of punches he took. He really is in another world right now. It's going to take him a few minutes to recuperate.
Mayhem in the ring. Wait till all of Mercer's supporters came running in.
Oh, well, you know, at the beginning of this fight, it looked like Mercer was going to be the one ending up on the canvas, but you knew he wasn't going to quit. You knew he's been down this road before, and it came on beautifully.
Mike Marley, you had Tommy Morrison pitching the shutout through 3 rounds, and then Mercer just came on in the fourth and devastating there in the fifth.
Well, looking at the bigger picture, I don't think that Tommy Morrison is finished. He's only 22 years old. Obviously, this was too big a step for Morrison right now, but he did dominate the fight through the first 3 rounds, the 4th round, in great survival tactics by Ray Mercer. Got to give him credit. He stuck to the fight plan. You heard Hank Johnson send him out of the corner and said, now's the time to pick it up. He did an explosive finish, and you know, that's the way this fight had to end. I mean, started as a slugfest, and it ended with bombs away, Ray Mercer.
Well, let's take a look at it, Joe. All right, Joe's going to head up into the ring now. Mike Marley with us, and here comes Mercer on the attack, and right at this point, Morrison's out of it.
He was out on his feet, precisely, Glenn. He was out of it, groggy. I mean, he doesn't know what's hitting him at that point.
Well, those are damaging blows right there. He was out of it. 4, 5, 6. Wow. Morrison could have been seriously hurt there.
You're exactly right. Referee Tony Perez should have stepped in a little bit sooner.
Take another look, and you can count him. At this point, Morrison's out of it right here, after that left hand. Now, from this point on, this is the damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And finally went down for the first time in his career. And Ray Mercer victorious.
And right now, Len, we got the doctor examining Tommy Morrison is on his stool. I think he's still out to lunch. Now he's up. He still looks groggy.
He absorbed some punishing blows, as you could see from those replays. Well, let's send you up to the ring to Michael Buffer for the official announcement.
Referee Joe Cortez steps in to stop the bout. Pardon me, referee Tony Perez stops it at 28 seconds of the 5th round. The winner by TKO victory, and still WBO World Heavyweight Champion, Merciless Ray Mercer.
So it has been a stunning night in the heavyweight division. First, the announcement that the Mike Tyson Evander Holyfield fight has been postponed because of cartilage damage in the ribs of Tyson. And then the 2 young heavyweights, both undefeated, and Ray Mercer gets the best of Tommy Morrison. And they're still checking out Tommy, and from those replays, Mike, you could really see why. Those were some damaging punches with Morrison defenseless.
As you pointed out, Len, that one left hook, which is about, I think, about the 3rd punch in that series. After that, Morrison didn't know if he was back in Kansas City, Oklahoma, California. He didn't know where he was.
Let's go up to the ring, and Joe Goosen. Joe, take it away.
All right, here I am with Ray Mercer. A beautiful first title defense. And Ray, let me ask you something. Was it your strategy to box a little bit and let Tommy Morrison shoot off a little steam before you came on like that?
That was a surprise, you know, for everybody. Showed I can move a little bit and still be effective. The guy he's just as strong as we thought. Nothing he did surprised us. I just got in my mind, my trainer was saying, just use the jab, just use the jab. And I could see him get a little tired because he kept leaving himself open.
Now, somebody told you, I don't know who it was in your corner, to turn it up and turn it on in that 5th round. Was that Hank? Hank, was it your feeling that he was ready to be taken out in that round, Tommy Morrison?
We felt that he was ready because we saw that he was getting tired. He done exactly right. We knew that he tends to get tired after the 3rd round, and we're just going to box him, don't get hurt, utilize the jab. When I say we, I mean Tommy Park, Alden Merciless, Jack Dale, Dean Overhill, everybody contributed to this win.
Ray, you got to, at this point now, with a few of the shots that you took in that 1st round, they were devastating shots, and you stood up to them. You got to have one of the best chins in the business. What's your secret?
It's like I told you yesterday or this morning. You go into battle, you either die or you live. And I'm living until I'm dead. You like that? That's the best.
That's a good one. I like it every time you say it to me, Ray. Ray, let me ask you now. You just disposed of probably one of the best contenders in the heavyweight division, Tommy Morrison. Who are you setting your sights for now?
Before I answer that, if you don't mind, I'd like to say
go ahead.
Hello to my sister Lynn, my sister Valerie, Mona, and Angie, and my wife Connie, and my 2 kids Tierra, and Sean, and Tavares.
Leave anybody out?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Everybody else is here.
Who are you setting your sights for?
I don't know. It's up to my man.
Come on, you got to have somebody you really like to be gunning for right now, Ray. Be honest.
Foreman, Holyfield, or Tyson. Holmes is very much in the picture. I'd love to fight Holmes for his name and the money.
I'll accept that one. All right, Ray, congratulations again to all of you. And back to Len ringside.
Okay, Joe, I'm standing with former heavyweight champ Larry Holmes. Larry, you didn't hear what Ray Mercer said at the end, but he said, well, you're very much in the picture here. He likes you for your name and the money.
Well, you know, we've been talking about the winner of this fight, and now we just got to sit down with Mr. Arum and put it all on the table. You know, hey, I'm getting myself back in condition. I fought 4 fights, and I'm going to fight 2 more fights, and if there's a fight in February, this guy will see something he's never seen in his life.
Larry, I've seen some of your recent fights. I'm not sure you want to tangle with Mercer just yet. He was pretty impressive.
Well, one of the things that I like to do, and I strived on it throughout my boxing career, is proving people wrong. And when someone say I can't do something, that only motivates me much more. And I feel good about myself.
What did you think about this fight as it was unfolding? Because Tommy Morrison certainly looked terrific for the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's the problem. He came out a little bit too hard, punching very good, but Mercer showed that he's able to take that punch. And, you know, you can't fight 12 hard rounds like that. You got to know when to pick it up and know when to let it down. And Tommy didn't do that. He stayed right on top. And eventually, as I was telling the people that were sitting with me, he's going to get caught. And before that bell rang, he got hit with a right hand that hurt him. And then he went back in this corner. But that punch hurt him, then it was all Ray Mercer the next round.
Did Mercer impress you, Larry?
He didn't impress me because his jabs are slow, his right hands are slow. But, you know, going into the later rounds, like he started picking up the speed a little bit, and it was all Ray Mercer then.
What was your reaction when you heard the news today about Mike Tyson being delayed his fight against Evander Holyfield because of the rib injury?
Well, you know, I don't never wish anybody bad luck, and, you know, I hope Mike Tyson is okay. I don't know. But, you know, that just opened the door for me. And, you know, I just got to be truthful. You know, I'm for Larry Holmes. You know what I mean? Mike Tyson is for Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield for Evander Holyfield. I got to look out for Larry Holmes. And I'm getting myself ready, physically, mentally prepared for a fight in February so I can fight anybody. So if the Ray Mercer fight comes, fine. If the Holyfield fight comes, fine. George Foreman fight comes, fine. I'm getting ready.
So what is your timetable? Obviously, February is the first deal that you'd like to have.
February is the first fight that I was supposed to fight Ray Mercer now that he won. But again, nothing has on concrete. We also got an offer from Riddick Bowe. And, you know, everything is on the table. But my first fight is going to be November the 12th on USA. And whatever comes after that comes. I'm not going to slow, let no grass grow on my feet. As you know, I'm getting like you. I'm getting old. So I want to be able to get in there and win that championship once again to prove all my critics wrong that Larry Holmes is back and I can be heavyweight champion of the world. Just because you get to be 40 years old is not a death sentence, you know. It's just a thing that happens to everyone.
Have you been reading George Foreman's scripts? I mean, these are the exact lines that he uses. Can you come up with some original material?
I don't think George Foreman is using these scripts. If he have said them, that he might have said them. I can't say what he said, but no, I'm Larry Holmes, and that's been a lot of people's problem that I've been Larry Holmes. My record speaks for itself. You know, I don't really have to prove anything to anyone. 7.5 years as the heavyweight champion of the world. Do you know that when I was heavyweight champion of the world, on the other side of the championship, it was like 13 different champions, while I was just one single champion. So, you know, it just shows the credibility out there today. It's a lack of credibility. Fight titles are still changing hands, fight after fight.
All right, Larry, thanks a lot. Good luck. And I think you and Mercer, that will be the next one. And
I hope so. Well, you know, we never know what's going to happen, but if the fight comes, I'm ready and willing to do it if time permits.
Okay, thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you. Always a pleasure. So Larry Holmes continues his comeback, and as you heard, Ray Mercer, he's the man he wants, and knowing the way things go in the heavyweight division, that's the man he will probably get. I think Mike Marley's point should be reemphasized. This is not the end of Tommy Mercer's career by any means. He had a strong first 3 rounds.
Just spit it right in there. Don't worry about it. Up your hands. Be sharp. Change your angle. Give him that, hey, come on. And snap your punch.
So you saw the